that's something. Looks like it's only taking up a minuscule amount of my CPU. That's fine. I have everything
It
else
could take
closed.
up more.
Maybe, but I don't want it to
Destroy
overload.
your computer.
I have everything closed except for, well, Task Manager, quite obviously. Discord and OBS, obviously. So, oh, now that I went back to the Discord screen, now it jumped up to now it's at a steady like 30, 40% CPU right now. Like, start going higher. But,
Oh, so you think you're better than me because your computer's using more CPU?
no, I never said I was better than you.
You implied it.
Oh, you interpreted wrong then. My implication was wrongly interpreted.
Sure.
Also, I saw this one TikTok and obviously on an Instagram page because I don't have a TikTok account because I think TikTok's a terrible app. But this person was weighing themselves, and apparently if you put the weight on like a bath mat, the weight that's calculated on it is drastically different than if you were to put it on a hard surface.
Mm-hmm.
So the person was like 50 pounds lighter, but someone was very confused because there was no like units on the end of it. So this person from the EU thought it was in kilograms. So they thought this dude weighed like
Oh, so
150
he thought it was
kilograms.
incorrect.
Imagine weighing 150 kilograms.
I can't imagine that because I don't weigh things incorrectly.
You know what's the funniest thing? When I was doing physics last year, I ended up doing so much of it, and I was like, when I was playing Overwatch, all of a sudden I'm like, yo, 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 there's a dude, he's like 5 meters out. I'm like, they're like, meters? I'm like, I'm
Your first
sorry.
problem is playing Overwatch.
You know, they're
Your
actually,
second problem is culture appropriation
well,
of
you
an
know,
awful culture.
all their measurements in that game are in meters. So,
Hence it being an awful game.
no, it's an excellent game.
Sure, yeah, okay,
They
sure.
actually are having they're actually having their grand finals for
The
the
game's ending, it's the final of the game. I can't wait.
No, they're gonna be releasing Overwatch 2 next year. Thankfully. But
Thankfully.
yeah,
Yeah,
thankfully.
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 Get well soon, buddy.
Get well soon, I'm not even sick.
You just told me you're playing Overwatch.
Why do you guys always bully me on that? I am perfectly sane in the head.
You're playing Overwatch.
Okay. Okay, I concede, I concede. And there was another thing I saw. Apparently. So you know about the entire like devious lick thing?
Mm-hmm.
How it's such like an incredibly terrible thing that's going on. It was funny
Mm-hmm.
originally.
It really wasn't.
I thought it was funny for like the first two, and then after that I'm like, wait, are people holding their principals hostages? What? Are they stealing entire bathrooms? Like,
All it was, hey guys, let's steal things and commit crimes, but it has a funny name, so it's funny.
oh, DVS licks.
It's not even a
Oh.
funny name. It just says lick, and people are like, that's like, I like things, ha.
It's funny because it's from TikTok. But anyways, someone did it so bad they ended up hitting a what is it called? Like an ankle tracker. Is that what it's called? An ankle tracker? You know?
An ankle bracelet, like to keep you in your house when you're arrested?
Yeah, but it was there to I think it was like a GPS tracker. So the people know where you are.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, they do that, and if you leave your premises, then it like notifies the police.
yeah,
It's a GPS.
this guy was wearing it. He was from school, obviously, but the administration ended up putting a little brace on him. So that was something. Don't think it was extreme. I think it was a right precautionary measure because who knows what those kids are doing.
I think they should just shut down the bathroom so no one can steal anything. Because if you go into a school bathroom, you're a coward.
The funny thing, I do that. Do you not realize I do that like every day?
Go to the bathroom like a coward.
Yeah. Do you not notice when I leave the lunchroom for like maybe it's not lunchroom, the band room for like maybe like 5 minutes and then come back? Yeah, I
Not
just
really. Your presence isn't that important to me.
dang. Cody, we're like the only two guys there. Come on, my presence is extremely important.
Sorry, I can't tell because I'm surrounded by women constantly.
And I can't even say you're wrong. Nope, Cody's a player. That's all. I just got a co-parter. Ah, someone messaged me. I gotta check that on my phone because
Shocking.
I can't check it on Discord, so I have to look at my phone.
What did they say? Did
I
they
don't know.
say,
Someone added me in a group
uh-oh.
chat. Our game. There's a game today. I saw the stands. We have. Uh, it's on Sunday.
What's on Sunday? I don't know why I'm asking. I really don't care. Speaking of Sunday, that's a day of the week, isn't it?
Yes, you're very observant, aren't you? It is a day of the week.
Actually, it's a day of the weekend.
What do you think we're gonna do tomorrow for band? Is it just
Probably
gonna?
just a bunch of run-throughs.
Also, I am so upset with myself. We did that entire
You should
thing.
be.
We did the entire like last strip of it, right? And we were playing, right? We were playing our new part that I just memorized yesterday. And all of a sudden, after we did the run through, right? We were going to that part, and I don't know what it was, but I wasn't thinking, and muscle memory just kicked in. Didn't play the new part. I played the old part. And I was like, oh, I was
Because
sad.
you know it's stupid and pointless, and the other part's
What?
better.
What? No. I'm Cody. The old part I had was literally two held notes.
That's what my part currently is.
Now I got a cool epic part.
That I have not once heard, and I could not even tell you what it remotely sounds like.
Dang. You know what Hernan actually gave us? We're now gonna get trumpet mouthpieces, so we're just gonna sound 10 times louder now. So that's gonna be great. Um,
I still probably won't be able to hear you because you have -3 people in your section.
why you bully? Why you bully me? Why you?
You deserve it.
Why do I deserve it?
Have you looked in a mirror recently?
Yes, I have, and I look good.
Okay.
What? What? Come on.
The last mirror you looked in was your computer screen turning black because
Yo,
you're constantly looking at a computer screen because you never go outside.
no, it's not actually a computer screen. It's a phone. Sit there, watch
Screenagers
YouTube videos.
ruining our society.
Screenagers was a terrible documentary. I'm gonna
I
tell you
think
that.
it shines some light on the problems in our society.
No, Cody didn't even
And
watch it.
no.
No, Joe, you can ask Joe. It was a terrible documentary. It was like so stereotypical. It wasn't even funny.
That's the problem with one-sided documentaries. They're usually biased.
I was like, oh my gosh. It's like, how is this supposed to be relatable? They really tried like to get with the lingo with the kiddos and was just no. It's like doing it's like, oh, I gotta get with the kiddos, so I'm gonna do Fortnite dances. It was basically that equivalent. But I'm pretty sure Fortnite actually did come out around that time, which is the weird thing.
Fortnite's awesome. I love Fortnite. I love how it has all my favorite characters like Rick Sanchez,
The
um,
Mandalorian.
Thanos. I don't like The Mandalorian because I don't like Star Wars because I'm not a loser. but I
Cody's
like
just cope.
Fortnite.
You're coping. You're coping. Just cope harder.
How is me not liking Star Wars coping?
I don't know.
Exactly.
I don't know.
If you're gonna say I'm coping, at least use it like anywhere close to correctly.
Dang.
Exactly.
You know, I am suffering from a huge problem of not
Yeah,
being.
I mean, you have you looked in a mirror recently? It's
Yeah.
called being ugly.
Yeah, I know. I know. I know. But I need to be able to actually have a conversation with people. I'm gonna be honest, Chief.
Open your mouth, say words, and don't make eye contact because then you'll realize, oh, I'm talking to someone, and then you'll get scared and run away.
Cody, I already do that. But I stumble across my words and I say stuff that's meaningless. And you know that because you had.
That's 90% of what everyone says in conversations. You know that, right?
Cody, you've personally listened to me try to make conversation, and it's terrible. And you can't even say
That
I'm wrong.
that's just like that's not like an inner person thing. That's just like you just have nothing to say, kind of a thing.
I don't like not having anything to say. I always feel
Then
like I.
find something of interest to say.
That's what I.
Do
That's why I
something with your
try
life.
brain. That's why I try brainstorming things like on the spot. Like it's like sometimes I always feel like I'm the one that has to carry the conversation. I don't know why, but I feel like if no one else is
I
gonna
think
do.
if you feel like you have to carry the conversation, that means the person doesn't want to have a conversation with you.
You know what? You're right. Huh. I could probably apply that to a lot of aspects in my life. Huh.
I think there are a couple of times where that is not true. Like if it's like I don't know, someone you haven't talked to in a while, and then it's like, but like you want to have a conversation, but there's like nothing to talk about because it's weird. But like, and there's a couple other like scenarios like that. But 9 times out of 10, yes, the answer is that they do not want to talk to you.
And that is why I keep silent. Ooh. Or actually, I do the opposite of staying silent. I talk a lot. I usually ramble. No, but like, what's the name? That government thing, the Socratic Seminar. Oh my word. I mean, I guess Emily talked, right? She brought up an initial conversation, but then from there it was mostly just nodding heads. So I was like, no one else is gonna talk, so it looks like I have to. And then Matthias,
Exactly, and no one was talking because no one wanted to talk. There you go.
and then Matthias was over here helping me out. He's like, uh-huh, yeah, I understand. Uh-huh. He's like, nodding his head, basically repeating what I'm saying, like trying to keeping himself engaged. And I was just rambling off about stuff. And then, oh, Mr. Christian took me out. I was like, Jared, you're out. And then took someone else in. I was like, I don't like those scenarios because it feels like I'm being put on the spot, and I don't like it. Like,
Yeah, I talked out of my ass and said absolutely nothing of value and got a 40 out of 50.
like, and that like, and it became even more apparent towards the later ends of class because there were lots of times towards the end of it, once the big speakers, which surprising. I don't. Do you know Chris Potter?
Mm-hmm.
So he was actually a big speaker. That's surprising. Um, and then Matthias was also another big contributor as well. He talked a lot. But then once we were taken out, it was more like people were just like, and it was just like moments of just like complete silence where nobody would say anything. And then once someone said something, it was like something that could only go like maybe one or two sentences, and then it wasn't like thought-inducing questions or a conversation. It was just like statements, and they're like, do you agree? Yes, no. And I was like, yeah, I agree. And there just was no discourse.
Yeah, that was my entire class.
What did you guys talk about? Because I know what we talked about. I don't know if I talked to
I
you
do
about that.
not remember. I think I blocked that entire class out of my memory.
Like, is it a bad class?
No, I enjoy the class. I just didn't like
No,
doing
I
that.
I'm talking about the people in it. Is it a very sociable class or is it just
Oh, not at all.
no? Isn't Joe in here?
Most sociable. What? Who?
Isn't Joe? Aren't there only
No,
two
Joe's at
periods?
sixth period.
Huh.
There's four. Because it's fourth and sixth every other day.
So you have it across from me, right? You have it ACE and I
Yeah.
have it BDF fourth period, right?
Yes. Yeah. Oh, I have something to talk about.
Oh, that's something.
So, have you ever played an Ace Attorney game?
Ace Attorney. I played. I've watched I think one gameplay video of it, and then I played like a Roblox version of it.
Oh
But
my God.
okay, okay. What again? What were you? What was it? What was you saying? Ace Attorney.
Because I love those games so much. Like, like, I don't know. I can't put it into words.
Mm-hmm.
But so there's six games as of now in the main series, and then there's like two spin-off series, and then there's like a crossover game with another set. It doesn't really, there's not canon or anything though. But I'm playing through one of the spin-off ones for the first time. It's not like the best game in the series. It's probably like bottom three, but I'm enjoying it.
What are you playing it on?
My computer illegally.
Oh, that's good.
um, I think it's crazy. In the entire series, at least from what I've played so far, which is six games and then one spin-off game, there's only one case that I dislike out of like 40 or whatever.
And what was it? Do you know what the
It,
case was about?
I mean, I'll try and do my best to not spoil anything. Um, it's in the fourth game.
All right.
It's the third case. It is awful. The the defendant is a child. I think he's an 8-year-old child. And just hear me out on this. They say what he did. He took, I believe it was a 50 cal,
Huh?
and a 50 like a big gun,
I
you
get.
know.
Yeah, I know what it is.
So they said what happened was the 8-year-old child took a 50 cal and shot a grown man. Just like that alone, like how would he not at the least dislocate his shoulder?
Right, exactly. Like, I feel like there's like an age. Like, you have to have like a certain like body type for that.
The worst part is they bring it up in the thing, and then they're like, "What? No, what? No."
What, that
And
you could
then
have dislocated his shoulder from
yeah,
firearm?
and then there's like two twists that just don't really make sense in it. And then the actual killer is so like really incredibly easy to guess, but his motivation is like awful and stupid, and I still don't really even get it.
What is it like corny or just doesn't make sense?
What do you mean by corny?
Like, oh, I killed him because he had a large sum of money, or he
Okay, no,
had.
it's just like it's really stupid. Like the murder was not necessary, and all of the steps taken to murder were not necessary.
Interesting.
It was just the entire thing is just really stupid, which sucks because like I remember starting that one and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be a good one," because it started with like one of my favorite characters interacting. Like I don't know, it was just really cool at like the start of it because it takes place at like a concert hall.
Hmm.
So it starts with like you're going to see the concert, and then the murder happens, and you're like right there when the murder happens, but like you're right outside the room, and
Mm-hmm.
it's just like kind of neat. It's like a really cool setup, but then afterwards you like stay in the hall like the entire like the locations are just boring afterwards because it's just the hall without like you don't go on the stage, I don't think. No, you do go on the stage, but like only it's just gross. Like the entire it's just so boring. I hate it.
So it had an excellent like what's the word I'm looking for?
Setup.
It had an excellent setup but a poor delivery.
I wouldn't say excellent setup, but like the start made me excited for it, but then I quickly fell off.
Mm. So it did not live up to its hype, or your quote unquote hype. I don't know if I'm using
Yeah.
that correctly.
But then like every other case I would say is at least decent.
So how exactly do you play Ace Attorney? Like, is it
It's
like
a it's a visual novel.
so? What are you just given prompts and it's just oh choose the best answer?
No. So okay. I'll go through like the tutorial. I won't go through it, but I'll explain like the tutorial case in the first like 1-1.
Hmm.
So you're in the court,
Hmm.
and you have anytime so someone will give like a testimony, the witness will, and then you can either press their statements to get more information out of them, or you can present evidence that shows a contradiction in their statement.
So how do you get this evidence?
Um, through investigation. So in the first try in all the tutorial cases there aren't investigations, but every other case does have them because so in the tutorial case you're just given all the information you need
Hmm.
throughout the course of the case.
Hmm.
But on the other ones, there's investigation segments where you have to explore locations and like find evidence and like interview people and stuff.
So as you get farther along, are the evidences and contradictions are they a bit more obscure? They not jump out,
I
or is
mean, yeah, it gets harder. I mean, I don't know if you would use the word obscure.
like the I don't know what I'm trying to think of right now, but it's like y- you know when like you're doing a video game and you're trying to find this one like clue in order to solve a puzzle, and it's like how do I do this? There's nothing here laying out, but then you look back and they're like there's this whole entire like big huge picture thing that you would never have been able to figure out if it wasn't for someone literally sitting at their computer and looking at it analytically and just looking at the entire map trying to brainstorm a clue. It's like that's what I mean by obscure. Like I
Like you
don't
need to
know.
sit and think about it.
Like yeah, you have to sit and think about it. Like this evidence thing that you're talking about. Like if it was a contradiction, like maybe the person's eyes were like blue, but you didn't know that, and on the thing it said like some in like some hidden document it actually said the guy's eyes were brown or something, and it's like hey, that's a contradiction right there.
So like
Wow.
if the witness said, "I saw his like blue eyes," right?
Right.
Then you can present a picture of the guy and that shows he has brown eyes, and then you would say, "Yeah, he
So
has brown eyes, idiot."
yeah, something like that, or finding some type of slip up
Yeah,
where
but that would
this
be like a tutorial case thing, like, wow, that's really obvious, kind of a
or the
thing.
cases don't necessarily line up. Like I don't know how to describe it, but you get the idea what I'm trying to say.
No, they do get more difficult as you go in each game.
Like what was the most difficult thing that you found?
The most difficult case or like specific thing?
Specific thing.
I don't really know.
Is there
Because I
like
think it's different for each person because some things are going to jump out differently for each person, I think. Like there's some things where they're just like written stupidly and like you need to present something really stupid. but like that those aren't like super common.
Have you ever had like a thing where it's like, I know it's like I think it's happened in movies a couple times where it's like a really obscure little movie detail in a murder case where the guy just happens to be left-handed or something like that, and you
Well, the
can't.
left hand right thing, yeah, left hand right hand thing happens all the time.
It does.
Yes,
Interesting, interesting, interesting.
it's a murder mystery game. Of course, it's gonna happen. One thing I did notice, the killers like I think I went through a bunch of like every case that I've played the other day, and I think I counted like five where the killer isn't immediately obvious.
Is it like a twist villain sort of thing, or is it like?
Well, because I don't think they're all supposed to be twist villains. Like, well, they're all like supposed to be, but there's some that they don't treat them like they're supposed to be twist villains, and like you just kind of know they are, but like they don't say they are. You know,
What about people who look like who look like killers but actually aren't? Like, have you ever like falsely
a
accused
red
someone?
herring.
Yeah.
I can't really think of. I mean, there's going to be red herrings in games if there's multiple witnesses and they like try and be like, oh, what is it? Which one of them is the killer? Like, obviously, it's gonna be red herrings, but like, is there one? Do you mean like there's one that the game like obviously tries to make you think is the killer, but then isn't?
Yeah, something like that.
Um, I can think of like one or two, but nothing like there's nothing like that extreme very often.
Hmm.
Just a good game.
I'd like to think it is. It looks fun. So,
It goes on sale on Steam a lot.
like what? Like
The
50% off?
Yeah, because the original trilogy, which is three games, obviously, it's only $30, and yeah, I think it goes to like 15 pretty regularly.
Oh, that's nice. I know. Oh, did I ever tell you about this one game? I basically grew up with this game in my childhood. This is what I used to watch on the iPad. Uh, have you ever heard of the game of Empire Total War?
No, it sounds very boring and basic though.
It's a grand time strategy game. You know, you have like pawns all over the world, and I need to probably send you a link to a video or something. But it's a very it's strategy oriented game. It's like Civilization, but a lot more complicated, basically.
Hmm.
Um, but I saw that, so it's a very old game, quite obviously. But it still holds up to this day as a very top tier game. But anyways, I saw it on sale like 2 years ago during one of the winter sales, or was it the summer sale? I forget which one. It was probably the winter
I feel
one.
like it's probably the song. Oh, okay.
I think it was the winter one. And I kid you not, this $30 game was only $5 on Steam. It was like 90% off. I was like, huh? I was like, wow, I could probably get that, but we didn't because I forgot about it. So now we gotta wait. Now we gotta wait until this year in order to purchase it. But I'm gonna 100% love that game. Gonna be honest. I like strategy games. I don't know what it is. I guess it's just a sensing, like a feeling of power or something, being able to control.
That's
Maybe.
fair. I
It's like playing chess almost.
I hate chess.
I used to play chess actively during last year. Yeah, last year.
Sad.
I would play in the middle of class. I would just be playing chess. I wasn't good at it, but I had fun nonetheless.
Yeah, I don't really know what kind of games I like. Like, I just like games if I like them, and then I don't. Like, I don't get what kind of games I don't like. I don't really like FPSs because I suck at them. I don't really like that many like online games. I've realized. I don't know why.
I think the games that I like the most are strategy, sandbox, sometimes FPS, but mostly strategy. I think strategy and sandbox are my two biggest things. Like
Yeah,
I,
I
like
have
I,
a favorite. Go.
no, no, you go. My my stuff was
Mine
important.
is mine is tangentially related and will bring us away from the topic. So you go.
Oh, like I remember when I played Civilization. I think it was Civilization 5 for the first time. I was like, wow, look at this. Look at all the things I can do. I no longer have to sit there and complain about the gameplay that my YouTuber's providing me. I can actually just do that. And then I believe my brother got like Warband, or is it Warband? Sorry, Mountain Blade Warband.
I have no clue.
That is a really fun game. And then I think I might purchase Holdfast Nations at War. That is 100% something we have to play because that game gets utterly ridiculous at times, but it's so immersive. It's amazing.
Mhm.
You probably might not like it, but I'll have a blast playing it. Did you play Enlisted when it came out?
No.
No. I played that. Oh my word. That game is immersive. I was sitting there at my computer, uh, playing as the Germans for the invasion of Normandy, and I was sitting there with my eyes glued on the screen. I could feel the vibrations of my screen. There was ringing in my ears. At some points when explosions came into my face, my vision got fuzzy, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, oh my gosh!" And then when the fighting got chaotic, I was like overwhelmed. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I was like, "Make it stop, make it stop!" It was overwhelming, but in a
Are
good
you
way.
sure you aren't explaining your experience of touching grass for the first time? Because that sounds like what it would be like if I have not touched grass in years.
I like how you told me that as it was in like a grassy field. You're like,
I
"Oh,
mean, it was funny.
imagine not touching grass," and like, I was literally just sitting in a field of grass. I was like, "Oh, okay."
No. What I said, I said go outside, and then Joan told you to touch grass.
Oh,
I thought mine was funnier because you were very obviously outside, and I said go outside
yours is always funnier, Cody.
because I'm just funny. Anyway,
Oh,
back to the thing I was going to talk about.
yes.
I made a. I remember a month ago,
Uh-huh.
almost 2 months ago. Crazy. I made my favorite games of all time, and I opened it just now to see if there's a common thread of types of game in here, and there is not.
It's just a, can you like send a screenshot? Or
Yeah. So
or
like, there's
maybe
a couple.
you could maybe share your screen. That could be something. And we could
I'll
actually
just send
bring
a
in the
screenshot of the list,
No, we could do the streaming thing. It's right
or you
there.
can put it just put it on the screen.
I have a scene right now that can says streaming with two people, and I can literally pull up your screen right now.
Too late. It's just a
Oh,
list. That won't do anything. It's on
uh,
my phone anyways.
dang. I really wanted to use that. Like, it's really cool. It's like a movie theater, and we just sit there on the bottom, just watch it.
I'm putting it on this. Here.
Based list. Wow.
That's what I
Was this
call it
written
in
in
notes.
notes?
Yes.
Super Mario Galaxy, Donkey Kong, Animal Crossing, Legend of Zelda, Super Paper Mario. I think there is a connection. Look at all those Marios.
Okay, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2 is a 3D platformer. Super Paper Mario is a 2D side scroller RPG thing. Mario Party 8's a party game. Mario and Luigi Bowser's Inside Story is an RPG. Mario Kart Wii's a racing game. Those are
Or,
all different genres.
huh. But it seems like you like Nintendo games. Would
Well,
that be a
yeah.
would that be a fair assumption? Yeah. Because what, every single game in there is Nintendo related except for
Phoenix Wright.
Phoenix Wright and is Harvest Moon Nintendo
Well,
related?
well, I guess Phoenix Wright and Harvest Moon, both of those games were originally on exclusively Nintendo consoles, but then moved to multi-platform.
I guess that makes sense.
So you be the judge.
Eh, what? 10 of them are, yeah, 10 of them are Nintendo related. So, I'd say you have a thing for Nintendo.
The only like two types of genres that are like pretty apparent are platformers and RPGs.
hmm
You could argue like simulation games because there's two of those, which is a lot.
I think, I think for you, my personal opinion on you as a character, and based off what I've heard, I think you're more of just maybe just a platformer type of guy.
Probably, but I suck at them, so I'm just good at video games. Except for Mario Party. Mario Party is the only thing I'm good at.
You're good at Brawl Stars, no?
That does not count.
What about
And I'm
that?
not even good at that game. I sit and when like sometimes when I'm bored, I will turn that on my phone, turn my brain off, and then just win. That
Turn
game is
your.
such a awful game.
Oh, oh, I remember. Remember back in freshman year, we all sat at the table, and we all do Clan Wars for Clash of
Mm,
Clans.
yeah.
Ah, good old days. And then we'd all ask Pablo because Pablo was a chat and he always donated whatever we wanted for clan reinforcements. So that was nice.
Clash of Clans is that kind of game that I will play for a month and then delete off my phone for 3 years. And
I
then I'll be like, hey, hi, Clash of Clans is kind of a fun game. And then I'll be like, yeah, I'm into this. And then immediately delete it again.
no, I still have it on my phone. I just have it sit there. But I upgraded. I rushed myself to a Town Hall 11 because I had a little hammer thing, which automatically upgrades any building as long as you have like the resources for it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna upgrade it. Whoop-de-doo.
That's kind of funny, actually.
So I'm just sitting there with a Town Hall 11. You know, I have my little Eagle artillery thing just over in a corner. I didn't even decide to even readjust my base in order to incorporate it. So it's just sitting out there somewhere in my base. I was like, okay, go deal with that.
The worst part about Clash of Clans by far is walls. I will say that. Walls ruin the game for me.
Why
I
is that?
hate them so much.
Oh, are you talking about fighting with the walls or trying to
No,
upgrade the walls?
upgrading them.
Oh yes,
Because then I
oh yeah,
feel like I have to upgrade them all before the stupid town hall upgrade. But then I'll just
exactly.
never upgrade the town hall because the walls take actually years to upgrade.
The walls take longer to upgrade than the actual base itself.
Walls are incredibly awful. If the game just got rid of walls, it'd be a 10 out of 10 game. No, it'd be 10 out of 10, but it would be a good game instead of a bad game.
It should honestly, it should probably be. I think we could easily solve this problem by having the same walls, right? But in this case, it'd be like quote unquote fences where you have like little posts on sides and you just, create straight lines with them. But you only have to upgrade that one section. Like one section cost is the same as one wall, right? Does that make sense?
Hmm.
I feel like that would solve our problem by, cutting down costs like
I think if
exponentially.
they just made it cost less per wall, then it would be fine.
Like it used to be, slightly reasonable when you had like the golden and like silver walls or whatever.
Yeah, early game it's reasonable, but then late, like, what is it, Town Hall like 6 when it starts becoming unreasonable?
I am at a Town Hall 11 and I still have Town Hall 8 walls. Like there's no way these walls are getting upgraded in any way, shape, or form. I upgrade 3 of them and I already depleted my entire reserve, and I'm like, oh my gosh, how many more
Those
battles do I have
just
to
make
win?
the game not fun.
Well,
Also, the
also,
matchmaking for bases isn't good either because literally cycle through for an hour and then find something slightly decent to attack.
I, I'm not that good at the game in order to figure out what a good base looks like. Like, I can
A
find
good
like,
base to me has high resources and bad defenses.
well, yeah,
And
but those are like,
apparently people are good at the game and don't have that.
yeah, exactly. Those are the ones that I'm like, okay, that's obviously a good base to raid. But then there are the ones that are like less obscure. Like there's ones where it's like people are like, oh, look at this base. This is fairly easy to get rid of. But someone just texted me. Give me a second. I gotta respond with okay.
You don't announce that. You say, "Oh, give me a second."
There we go. Just responded with okay. Didn't even read the text. Anyways, what else is there? Also, I don't like. What are your thoughts on Dexerto? Or is that what it's called? Dexerto?
I
The
huh?
the video game newspaper thing.
I have no idea.
IGN?
What about IGN?
Hold on. Get this. Speak of the devil. Here's a Dexerto article. They're known for their really clickbait titles. But here we go.
Isn't like every news article known for that?
No, this one more than most. Like it's like it's so bad it twists the story. And then when they actually like report it, it's just even worse.
Again, isn't every news article known for that?
Most of them are less of this. This is like top. But anyways, it was look at this. Owl team or sorry, Overwatch League team, Shungdu Hunters bench player for reading manga during practice.
Justified, fair, based.
Why?
Because he's a weeb, why would you want him on your team?
Do not see the title of the team. Shungdu Hunters. These people are from
And
China.
exactly, Japanese people read manga, not Chinese people.
Uh,
Get him out of there.
let's see what else is here. Also, I get Reddit posts in my Google feed, and I don't
Get
know how
well
to,
soon.
and I don't know how to get rid of them. Like, I got this one thing where it's like it happens every time. That's what the title of it is. Oh, me coming back to the surface after enjoying the new shrines, and it's the monkeys. They're all sitting together and say worship. That's a funny meme because I play Sea of Thieves. What a good game. I grinded the living daylights out of that game and then I said, game bad, and then I stopped playing.
True.
The thing is, it's not even that bad of a game. It's a really fun game. I played it with Ryan a lot over the summer. He still plays it actively. I don't as much. I don't even play the Xbox that actively anymore. But
Yeah.
mhm. Yeah, sure,
How
buddy.
long has this been going for?
This is currently we are on 44 minutes.
How long do we want this to be?
I don't know how long do you want to be? Do you want to just go to like 6 more minutes? Just find something.
Sure.
Go to 50. Got any like I'm trying to think of something like
I'll look up a would you rather.
would you rather? You know what we need to bring back? We need to bring back the tier list.
No.
Cody, you know what would be nice? What if you streamed that to me and I used the new streaming scene that I created?
Would you rather know the cause of your death, the date of your death, or neither? This one's easy.
The date of my death.
The No, neither. The answer is neither.
Oh, the answer is neither. Oh. Oh.
Why would you choose either of the other ones when neither is an option?
Well, I mean, it'd be nice, I guess. It gives me a deadline.
And give you existential dread about that day for the rest of your life?
It gives me an excuse to do stuff.
I will say I would take date of death before cause of death because cause of death would just make me avoid said
Ex
thing for the rest
exact
of my life.
exactly. I would rather prefer waiting for a day than being paranoid of every single or whatever cause of death it will be. Like I had to explain that to Mr. Lowen one day. I was like, "Hey, this happens." Like, you know what, Jared? You got a point.
Would you rather tomorrow you have a 50% chance to live or die the most horrible death you can imagine? This is worded horribly. Hold on, I'm restating this. Okay. Would you rather Okay, this isn't it doesn't start with would you rather. It starts with would you rather in the thing, but it doesn't make sense if you start with would you rather. Okay. So, if you know tomorrow you will have a 50% chance to either live or die the most horrible death you will ever die. Whatever. Would you rather take that gamble to live or kill yourself the day before so you don't have to die that gruesome death?
Um, I'd give it a knock on wood. I'd take my chances. Oh, that's a wrong slide. Oh, let's get back to there. Ooh, that was bad. All right. Yeah, I'd say I'd go tomorrow and take the 50% chance because I do
This
not
one's
know what.
an awful one. This is like one of the worst ones I've ever seen. Would you rather spend 8 hours straight on TikTok, YouTube, Reddit, or Instagram?
Is that just an
Notice how
or?
Twitter is not an option.
I'd rather spend 8 hours on
There's
YouTube.
a clear answer here. Okay, thank you for being sensible here.
Why would you spend 8 hours on TikTok? Like I can feel my brain cells leaving my body as I say that.
I feel like YouTube, it's so easy to spend 8 hours on. TikTok,
Oh,
TikTok's more of like a YouTube in short bursts kind of a thing. Like I can't sit on TikTok for 8 hours. That'd be ridiculous.
I mean, to be honest, Cody, I've already done 8 hour things of YouTube. Like I'm not shy of that.
Exactly. Like YouTube, I could sit on for an entire day and like be fine.
Just keep on going to the top recommended thing and just ooh.
Reddit, I could spend 8 hours on because I could just make fun of Reddit for 8 hours. Instagram, I don't know what you would do for 8 hours. I don't know
I
how you could even possibly use that for 8 hours.
sadly I used to be able to just scroll through my feed for like an hour back on
For
my old
eight
account.
hours straight?
No, for a hour. For a hour.
No,
One.
that's what I'm saying. You can't. There's no possible way you can use Instagram for 8 hours straight.
Yeah, and then I have my new count with like I follow like 30 people, 35 people, and it's
Even
just
if you're
like
following like 1,000 people, there's no way you can use it for
yeah,
eight
yeah, yeah,
hours straight.
exactly. Like yeah.
Um, would you rather pick your perfect height or perfect hair?
Perfect height. I'm gonna be honest, Chief. I'm gonna be better than Edward. I'm gonna achieve the
I'd
height
pick
that hit that he
I'd pick
couldn't.
height because I don't know what my perfect hair would even be. I don't care about my hair at all,
Uh,
other
y-
than it just not looking like garbage. But
uh,
even then, that's
Cody, I think you
like
know what you know how much I care about my hair.
probably less than me because yeah.
Buzz cut gang. Let's go. What's the next one?
Um, would you rather pay $10,000 to be up to 10 years younger or get $10,000 to be 10 years older? I feel like neither should be an option here. So I'm gonna say you can say neither.
Oh, gain money but be older, meaning you'll have less time to spend it. But if you
My
use money in order to go back in time, you have this is assuming you'll have your same conscious, right? You'll have all
well,
the memories they have.
it's not back in time. The world around you stays the same, but you yourself are 10 years younger.
Okay. So that means I'm technically okay. That's a weird question. Um, because I feel like there's a lot of stuff that's just assuming.
Yeah,
Like
it's very vague.
like it's a go like be 10 years younger. Like okay, like if I'm 10 years younger, then I shouldn't be where I am right now. But uh,
Yeah, I would say
I
neither, just purely for logistical reasons.
yeah, that's just a confusing one. But if I had to choose, it would be give $10,000 and then go back 10 years. That would be the most reasonable one in my opinion.
These suck. Hold on. Do you hear that?
No, I don't hear it.
Is that going? Okay, because it's raining right now and it's hitting my air conditioner.
Is it? Wait, it's raining outside? Must
I
not be.
think that's rain.
Must not
Might
be.
not be though.
It could be. If it's your air conditioner. Like, do you have one of those like industrial ones that you just put in the window?
Mm, this one. What other air conditioner isn't there that doesn't go in the window?
Yeah, you're right. Some people actually put like the floor fans. I just put
That's
that
not an
there.
air conditioner. That's a
Oh no, you're
fan.
you're right. You're right. You're right. Yeah. I used to have that happen. When I used to have an air conditioner in the window. I think it's just condensation, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. Beats me. We have a nice HVAC now, so.
This one's really stupid. Okay, this is like so incredibly specific. This isn't even really a would you rather. This is just pick a superpower. It's pick a superpower, but the four superpowers are you always smell like chocolate cake,
That's
you
t-
always perfectly cook stuff.
that's okay. That's actually not bad.
But no, not perfectly cook like everything you make will be good. It's perfectly cook as in you will know when something is fully cooked.
Oh,
Like
the,
you
that's
just have a
that's
built-in thermometer in yourself, I
that's
guess.
that's that's terrible.
That's
That's
just so lame. You're able to fall asleep anywhere,
that's a
or you'll
terrible.
always pick a good present for someone.
Those are all terrible. Can I choose the fifth option of neither? Actually, the be
I
able
mean,
to
you
choose.
might as well just take the second one.
No, no, choose the last one. The be able to pick the perfect present for someone. I don't know. I feel like that could do something, right?
So there's a bit of description for each one. For the fourth one, it's this won't make every kind of gift you get liked, but this will highlight something that the other person will like. I don't know
That
what that means.
that's such terrible wording. If you say in your title that pick the perfect present for someone, they're obviously gonna like it. Like,
Well, it's a good present, not the perfect present.
oh, it's a good present. They're gonna like it. So I don't know why it's like, oh, it doesn't mean that it's gonna be liked. It just means you're gonna be able to have good idea of what they might like. It's like, so what we do regardless, so that it really isn't a superpower. Like what? When you go to a birthday party, you just basically assume what the other person wants. That's why I get gift cards, so they can they can put cash that in and they can buy whatever they want, right? That's a reasonable
Yeah.
thing to do.
Oh, this is one that you would make. Would you rather move to Japan or move to the United States?
What? What?
It's simple.
Uh,
Where
move
would you
to
rather live, Japan or the United States?
the United States?
Good choice.
Why would I want to go to Japan? I mean,
Would you
yeah,
would you rather have a really good hug or a grilled cheese sandwich?
a really good hug. Indisputable, a really good hug. And you can't even
Um,
tell me I'm wrong.
would you rather be half your age plus 7 or twice your age minus 7?
What? Half my age plus 7?
Or twice your age minus 7?
So I'm either 15 or like 20 something.
Wait, twice?
Uh, right? 17,
Are you
17 times 2.
17?
Yeah,
I'm
right? 20, 30, and then
Because I'm
minus
16, so I would be either 15 or I would be, what, 16? It'd be 32 minus 7, 25. I'd
yeah,
just go with 15. I'd
yeah,
rather be a kid longer.
true, kids.
Kids Bop. I can listen to Kids Bop more.
And not get weird stares. Oh, look at this.
I'd
25.
still get weird
Who
stares.
is this? Who is this 25-year-old man listening to Kids Bop? At least it'd be a little less, I guess, if you're a 15-year-old listening to Kids Bop.
I feel like that's weirder.
What, that you're if you're younger listening to Kids Bop?
No, 15 listening to Kids Bop.
Yeah, as compared to a 25-year-old listening to Kids Bop.
Mm,
Pick your poison.
mm.
Anyways, that's a terrible one.
Would you rather watch a marathon of Drake and Josh or a marathon of iCarly?
iCarly.
They both don't sound fun.
Yeah, but at least
I
I've
don't
watched
really know.
iCarly, so
Like, iCarly does not end up good. I don't know if I could stomach a marathon of iCarly.
also, I got like a whole bunch of ads earlier today from Disney Plus that are like, "Hey, you should watch this new TV series with this girl who does TikToks, but she's also a doctor."
I doubt it.
And I watched like 10 minutes of it. I'm like, "You know what? This is why I don't watch these kind of shows. They're boring. I don't know how else to put it. It was just boring." I was like, "Oh." But like this it was literally the opening scene was literally this kid taking a driver's test, right? And this person was going like 4 miles an hour on a street. Reason why I'm saying 4 miles an hour is because there was a person who was who was jogging faster than this car. And I'm like, how do you not just automatically fail the guy? Like, how are you that incompetent on the street? And then all of a sudden she's like, she all of a sudden pumps the gas and she's going, road speed, highway speed. All of a sudden there's an accident on the side and she cranks it all the way up to 80 miles an hour, swerves over to the side of the road, jumps out of the car, mind still taking the driver's test, and then proceeds to give medical help to an individual who fell off a cliff. She's speaking all these terms. It's like, oh, I'm a certified doctor. I know what to do. And I'm like, um, That's very interesting. I was like, you know what? Not my cup of tea.
Yeah, that's cool. Would you rather be constipated for the rest of your life or have diarrhea for the rest of your life?
Constipated.
I mean, I already have one of those, so you know.
Alright, we'll do one more, and we'll stop it there. What's your last one?
I need to find a good one.
Mm.
These all suck. I'm just scraping the bottom of the barrel now.
Scraping the bottom of the barrel.
I mean, if you couldn't tell with the last one, you know.
Yeah, okay.
I think this one's easy, but would you rather have one online multiplayer video game to play for the rest of your life or have someone pick what you do each day?
Have one online game to play for the rest of my life.
I feel like no matter what, my life won't be fun.
So if someone picks for me, I'm gonna be playing a game that
No,
I'm
he
just.
picks, not picks your games, picks all of your life choices.
Oh yeah, that's a terrible thing in comparison.
Yeah,
I'd rather play a game for the rest of my life. Like, and then think about it. If you're playing that game, that singular game for the rest of life, yeah, it may get boring, but you're gonna be so good at it that you're gonna be able to find creative little nooks and crannies to it. And I was like, oh, okay. And you just become god tier at the game. Maybe even go to like an esport level. Then you get some real money from that, because that'll be your source of income. Because you're just so good at the game.
yeah.
Cody doesn't understand a single thing I'm saying.
I tuned you out, if I'm being honest.
Dang.
Anyways, be sure to like and subscribe and share and retweet and like,
My
subscribe and click the
retweet?
bell. Click the bell for notifications. Click always when you click on the bell, and it'll always give you notifications. And like and subscribe and upvote, updoot, like they you know, like and subscribe and like, comment. Be sure to comment. Comment what your favorite comment is. Reply to that comment saying this is my favorite comment. Um, and reply to your least favorite comment saying this is my least favorite comment. Um, bye.
Alright, we'll see you next time.